The Olympic Games this year in Paris, we really felt that we could feel the attention for table tennis at a level that we hadn't seen for quite some time. Table tennis was one of the more popular sports during the Games, sold out from day one, and just massive media interest the whole period. Since the Olympic Games, we had a China Smash in Beijing. We've had big events in Macau, in Frankfurt, in Montpellier in France, and we've just kept the level very high of big events and making sure the fans and the media keep a big attention on our sports.
You talked about Beijing there. I mean, there's other markets that you're kind of venturing into this year and next year for the first time. You had that smash in Saudi Arabia. You have one coming up in the US. I mean, where do you see the biggest growth potential?
We know we're a really big sport in China. We have a huge fan base there, but it's very important for us in the other big markets around the world to also increase our fan bases in those markets. So we're coming to the US, and we believe that will be a very important event for us. I think other big markets that we're interested in also is India. India will be another country that we'll put a lot of attention on in the future to try and grow. Largest population in the world now, so it's very important that we capture those eyeballs.
And Steve, one of the areas that we have seen big growth as well is when it comes to this prize money. I think for the WTT alone, it's grown almost tenfold since 2021. I just wonder what that does to the sport in terms of attracting, new athletes that maybe now see it as a viable career path when it comes to sponsorship, when it comes to the audience themselves.
We want young persons all around the world to be able to look at table tennis and say, yes, that is an option if we're going to try and professionalize. We have to have that hope and dream there for them when they start to play the sport, and especially in the countries where the large commercial sports dominate. And we can see in the US, for example, the NBA stars earning multi millions of dollars each season. That, of course, if you're a parent of a sporting talent, if you look at the sports and you're going to choose one, you're going to probably first choose those where you think your kid can make a decent living.
I wonder what role you think the sport might have in the next 4 years, where there's a lot of talk of the re-election of Donald Trump and continuation of trade wars with China, rising tensions with not just China, but our allies as well.
Sport is always a soft diplomatic tool. We have the perfect history to play a part there. That was, of course, as you mentioned, ping pong diplomacy, the soft diplomatic tool to restart relations in the 70s. And I think we should try to see if we can leverage on that and help both countries understand each other a little bit better. And if our little white ping pong ball can play a part in that, we would love to do that.